Good morning, YouTube. What is up? We have some breaking news for you that just happened within the last hour. The big bad baldy Tectone has officially been banned for what is it, the third time within the last month or two over on Twitch. We all saw this coming from a mile away. Tectone has been promoting other alternative websites for multi-streaming for the past few weeks, and Twitch has finally decided to take down the big bad baldy himself. I don't think anyone should be surprised here ultimately at the end of the day. Um, Tectone has been pretty aware and pretty open about his disdain for Twitch over the past few weeks and past few months. And it really feels like Twitch has finally started to double down on their inconsistent coverings of all the rules in the websites. And it really is such a shame to see such a beloved platform slowly descend into madness over the past few months. Obviously, I'm sure of you all are aware, all of the drama that has been going on with Hassan, Diddy, Bin Laden, Parker over the past few months, and regarding some of the crazy things that he said, some of the crazy things his orbiters have said, such as Frogan, Mike from PA, and Denims, and just zero backlash has come of it. We have to remember that Mr. CEO himself, DJ Dan Clancy, openly supports Hassan and all of his endeavors and his supporting of terrorism on the platform, his idolizing of terrorist flags, just all sorts of stuff. Obviously, we've covered this up and down, left and right, so we should all be pretty aware of all of the crazy things that people like Hassan, people like Denims, who have openly tried to call to action for the harming of other streamers like Asmongold, Frogan with hoping American soldiers get PTSD, that we should have 9/11 parties, all sorts of crazy things. Mike from PA also has gone after Asmongold and said he wishes physical violence would come to this content creator, and nothing from Twitch as always. It has truly become such a despicable platform. It is really such a shame how many people rely on Twitch as a streaming platform and rely on Twitch as a main form of income. And that's the reason that 99% of these content creators out there will refuse to speak up against these problems, right? They don't want to jeopardize their well being. And I totally understand that. I don't fault any content creators that primarily stream on Twitch out there for not openly talking about the issues going on the website, right? um, Openly talking about these things and openly, pushing your audience to other websites such as Kick, such as YouTube, such as X, which has been getting more and more of a share of the streaming space over the past few weeks. As we are all aware, Asmongold also just started recently multi-streaming. He's over on Kick, YouTube, and X. Tectone obviously has also done this as well. So there's a lot of people that are finally starting to wake up and realize that, hey, maybe Twitch isn't the only platform where we can make our money on. Kick, for example, once you're partnered, gives a 95-5 sub split as opposed to the 60-40 that it gives for affiliates and lesser known partners. 50-50 once you hit like a certain partner plus goal. Kick openly welcome you with a 95-5 sub split. You get 95% of the revenue, Kick gets 5% of the revenue. And don't get me wrong, I know Kick has had its problems. I personally have been a big outspoken proponent of Kick, a big outspoken naysayer of Kick, right? There's a lot of people over on that platform that maybe aren't necessarily good people at the end of the day, right? But let's be real, at the end of the day, Twitch is no better. Dan Clancy openly supports a terrorist. Well, when I say terrorist adjacent, let's say. Dan Clancy openly supports that. The rules that Twitch applies to its creators are inconsistent. And at the end of the day, I think a lot of people forget, guys, Twitch is owned by Jeff Bezos. Twitch is an Amazon subsidiary. So ultimately, at the end of the day, Jeff Bezos is all of our bosses over on Twitch. And we all know he's not exactly the nicest person in the world either. So we should probably, come down to earth a little bit and stop comparing two big bad companies to each other and just realize that all of these companies are bad at the end of the day, guys. And that's what we've been saying for the past year as a content creator, that we shouldn't hold, we shouldn't be letting these companies just, get away with this, right? But, at the end of the day, a lot of people need to make a living off of content creation. It is what it is, but let's call a spade and call both companies bad, both companies inconsistent, and maybe just choose the lesser of two evils. It really is such a shame. But yeah, this is Tectone's third ban. We don't know exactly what he was banned for just yet, so it's all just conjecture at this point. A lot of people are assuming that this is because of him being an open advocate of Kick lately, which makes total sense. I think with the switch of big creators like Tectone, Asmongold, I know Donut Operator, Tectone was just on their podcast recently, was talking about streaming on Twitch or Kick here soon. So, yeah, we don't know exactly why he was banned yet. It probably is because he is pushing more and more people to multi-streaming, and Twitch is probably starting to feel the squeeze. I truly believe within the next year, more and more people are going to wake up and realize just how bad Twitch is as a platform. When it comes to culture, when it comes to like subculture and things like that, I think Twitch mainly has it figured out, but I think they blindly walked into it, right? They also had over 10 years of trying to, figure out exactly how they can shape the website and create a culture on the website which people enjoy. I don't think things like YouTube, Kick, and X have that sort of culture just yet. I know they have a lot of issues when it comes to the presentation of their website, the presentation of the stream, and things like that. But mark my words, within the next year, we will be hearing more and more about Kick. We will be hearing more and more about YouTube streaming, and we'll be hearing more and more about X, especially if Asmongold is working as closely with Elon Musk as he says he is in regards to getting their streaming platform basically built from the ground up. Because let's be real, the X streaming platform is absolutely dog shit right now. But yeah, Tectone saw this was going to happen. He's been calling this out for the past few days. He sort of knew it was going to happen, and lo and behold, as of 3 a.m. this morning, he gets hit with the third ban. We all saw this coming. Ultimately, just is at the end of the day. We all know Tectone has been helping a lot of creators get partnered over on Kick. I know multiple people in the gacha space that have went over there, created their accounts, applied for the partner program, and they've already been accepted. When it comes to Twitch, Twitch took me about 3 weeks to get accepted into the partner program once I hit my metrics. So the fact that Kick is able to do multiple big content creators within 2 to 3 days is absolutely crazy. They have a lot of bandwidth in actually helping creators get over onto the platform, which they should be doing. As long as Kick continues to keep up this like seamless process and establish content creators and getting over on the platform and getting partnered pretty quickly, it is a pretty good sign of things to come. So, unfortunate. Kick is obviously aware of all the content creators. Captain Cabinets is one of the big ones I want to shout out that's been super successful over on Kick. Her first Kick stream over on the platform, she made roughly $1,000, guys. And Cabinets is someone with, somewhere between 300 to 400 CCV, and she did a few hour stream, and she made $1,000. You show me any content creator on Twitch that can make $1,000 on Twitch within a 3 to 4 hour stream, you won't find it. And the fact that Kick does for partner streamers, they do an hourly guarantee based on your CCV. It's absolutely crazy. So, guys, I ultimately think that Kick is going to be the future of streaming. Well, excuse me, when I say Kick, I mean alternative methods of streaming. Kick, YouTube, Twitter. To any content creators out there that are middling, sort of my size and the people in the gacha creator size, definitely look into multi-streaming. It's way, way, way easier than you think it is. If you're a content creator that has above 50 to 100 CCV, even hit me up. Come to my Discord, discord.gg/lolShinya. Hit me up on Discord at Shinya, or just comment on this video down below, and make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, because we will be covering this more and more as more news develops, and I'm very curious to see what becomes of this. And guys, did you know I'm live right now on twitch.tv/lolShinya? I'm also live on YouTube and Kick at Shinya. So make sure you guys come through and say hi. Peace.